So what I'm suggesting you guys do is this. I'm going to shell peas while I watch the TED Talk. I think that you guys should work on your vision board. It could be that you're gathering photos or that you're starting to put stuff onto your your website, whatever it is that you want to be doing for work on your vision board while you listen to her. Because I realize that most of you can multitask. I realize that you multitask all the time. You probably do your homework while watching TV shows or something. So if you want to multitask, that is totally okay with me. I'm not going to get mad at you or anything. I think it's a good use of your time. We're going to watch this video for 12 minutes, and then Tabitha is going to show off her vision board and talk to you about how vision boarding helps her just in her day-to-day life. Things to think about in your vision board. You're looking towards your future, but you're also looking at your past and your present. So I would love to see photos of yourself and your family and friends. I'd love to see images of the things that you do currently or have done in the past or want to do in the future. And I'd like to see things that you're proud of. So if you've won any kind of awards or you were part of something that you are proud of, it could be even like maybe you and some friends were in the Girl Scouts or something and you went out and built park benches or something, or you did some roadside cleanup, or you were part of, what was the health academy thing? There was like a club for the health academy. And maybe you did a project where everyone wore, what was it, Jade?
HOSA.
OSHA. What is it?
HOSA.
Yes, HOSHA. So if you were part of that project, if you did a project for that, I'd love to see stuff that you've done in your vision board. Sometimes vision boards are like all like kind of future or just quotes or whatever. I want to see some of you in your vision board. Does that sound like a plan to everybody? We're good to go? Okay. Allie looks less than enthralled, but we'll go with this. Okay. Chat.
And then Janie asked, you have somewhere with the directions for the vision board.
It's on Canvas. So if you go underneath on our modules and look up vision board, you copy, paste. Those are the written directions that I have for the vision board. It's really kind of open to interpretation. As long as you put some effort into it and it's something that you're proud of, I'm going to be happy with it. Does that make sense? All right, so let's go into share screen. She says. Okay, I see what you're saying. So would it be more helpful to you guys if I showed you again how to add photos and stuff onto WordPress, or do you want to watch the video first? If you would like more help with WordPress first, raise your hand. Nope, okay. All right, so Janie, wow, thanks guys. Quinn looks like he raised his hand, so I will show you really fast how to do this. It's all good. Share screen. All right, are you guys seeing my canvas? Is that what you see right now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm in my WordPress, pages. If you don't already have a page created, click new page. Scroll down to where it says portfolio pages. Pick one of these templates that you like. You can make changes to this. Whichever one you like, then click use portfolio layout. Okay. When I'm here, I'm going to click on the different images, click on the little picture. So you can click kind of what you want to replace this one. Ooh, I don't like this. Oh, there's replace. Now replace is up. Collage style. All right, click replace. You can do upload. Hey, princess. And that will let you pull it directly from your pictures, your computer, whatever you have here. Open. You can also click on it and click replace and do open from media files. I've saved a bunch to my media files so that I can get to it easily. Insert. Say you don't have a picture here that you want to use. You can at any point in time click this plus. Okay, you see the add block? Underneath add block, you can do an image. You can do a collage. You can go and do a gallery. However, whatever kind of little functions that you want to do, you can do a quote. And that will add these different elements, like right here, this is a collage that I have. And I can upload pictures from my media library or from my, does this make sense to you guys? Do we have any questions about this? About how to use Canvas? You know, Janie, it's hard. I'm still having trouble with it. It doesn't always look the same every time I do it. So I'm going to hit the back button. I don't want to save this. This is the vision board that I started last time in class, where I just changed photos, okay? Those are all examples. All right. So hopefully that's helpful. If not, we can work through it more later and I will help you out.
And then I want it, don't go away from the trail, okay? Don't kind of turn left to Alicia's or go forward.
All right.
Don't go to the right.
Can we hear? Thumbs up?
If y'all want to do that kind of stuff later,
Kinda.
but you just gotta tell us which direction.
Vision boarding is an amazing thing. Right now, sitting in your seats, you are visualizing things that can
I'm just
manifest.
saying later date.
I want to ask you guys,
Can you
close
hear?
your eyes for a minute.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself on this stage? Do you see yourself on this red circle? Open your eyes. Vision of me. Who do you see? I grew up in a household of visionaries, of dreamers. My parents are from Trinidad and Grenada. They came to this country and they had dreams of living that American dream. And I had to get this speech all the time, my siblings and I. And I know you got the same speech. Karen, we came to this country for you to be the best you can be. And I want you to go to college. I want you to get the degree. Then we want you to get a job. Not just any job, you know. A good job. Then you get your house. Then you get your partner. And then bring us all those grandbabies. And the Bible says, honor your mother and father that your days may be long. So with visioning, I GPS what my life is going to be like. I went to high school. I went to prom with the handsome guy. I graduated. I left home and went to college. And I got a degree in love. Yes, my freshman year, I met an older man at the ripe old age of 19. Mhm. And I asked my dad, we approached our parents and said, we want to get married. He loves me. He loves me. And my dad said, no. But I said, he loves me. You're messing up my vision now. You're messing up my vision. And my dad said, just wait 4 years. What's wrong with waiting 4 years? But no, I was in love. That was part of the vision. That was my dream. So we got married. We were the it couple, handsome as can be. Oh my goodness. Everybody looked at us like, oh, look at them, Black royalty, as you can see. And I was on cloud 9. When I tell you, traveling, loving life, loving each other, learning each other. He's going to college, getting 2 degrees. I'm struggling to get one. But I had the best treat. I had 6 kids. 6 kids. They're adults now, beautiful kids. Their ages are 26, 25, 25, and they're not twins. Don't judge me. 24, 23, 22. Yes, they've gone off to college. They have their own lives. We're doing wonderful things. And him and I are celebrating our royalty family. And my cloud 9, all of a sudden, started to become a dark cloud. My vision ended up getting glaucoma. So this wasn't on the plan. And when everything started changing, I started to go into something people call depression, but I wasn't claiming it because it's a mindset. If you allow those words to sink into your head, it starts to mess up your vision. And with vision boarding, what you're doing is a law of attraction. You're attracting beautiful things into your life, but you can also attract negativity. So it's up to you to make that decision. So I found myself in a place that I just couldn't understand. And when he said he didn't love me anymore after 23 years, and I gave you 6 beautiful kids, I found myself on the train with a suitcase, an Armani suit, some great heels. I was looking good, but I was broken on the inside. All I had was my mindset and my vision. I'm on that train, and I had no place to go. I'm going from one end to the next. And if you know, in the city, there's a train called the A train. It's the entertainment train. You get singers, dancers, everything on there. So at the same time that I am in a depression, these visuals are kind of helping me because now I'm people watching. And I'm sitting on this train and it's going from one end to the next, from one end to the next. 3 p.m. turned into 3 a.m. And I'm on the train with homeless people. But you know what I started to realize? They're homeless. They're without a home, but they're hopeful. And I was just as hopeful. And something mustered up in me to speak to one of the gentlemen. And I said, excuse me, can you just tell me what happened? And he said, I was a professor at Columbia University. And my wife died. And I just crashed. He lost his mind, had a breakdown. He said, I couldn't recover. And now I'm on this train and I just watch people and I go back and forth and I don't want to deal with the world. And in that moment, I had a wow moment, and I swear to you, it was God. It was God sending an angel to tell you, Karen, you have your sanity. You have your 2 arms. You have your 2 legs. Get up and do something. Stop crying about it. Some man told you he didn't love you. Instead of saying, why me? Why me? Say, yes, me. Yes, me. I started to dig deep into myself and started to realize, Karen, you love yourself. You're good enough. I ended up calling a friend. Do you know how hard it is for people to look up at you and then you go to the bottom and then you have to reach out to them and say, I need help? I reached out to my friends and I said, I need a place to stay. She said, you know what? All I have is my couch. I went from a big house to no house. From a lot of money to no money. From 2 cars to no cars. I had to humble myself inside and say, I'll take it. I got off that train, and before I left, I told the man, God bless. But that visual in my head just reminded me how grateful I was in that moment. I got up on the stand and on that platform, I looked at my purse and I had 3 incredible things that the homeless people didn't have. My hopefuls. I had a Metro card, which legally got me on the train. I had a Planet Fitness card, which I could go take a shower. And I also had a picture of my children. That visual of my children gave me hope. Karen, do not give up. You have 5 daughters and 1 son. They are looking up to you. And women, when you have daughters, just realize it's your actions. When your sons are watching you, they are preparing themselves to be somebody's husband. So it's what woman are they going to go to and how are they going to recover? So I had to put on my jacket, tie up those shoes, walk in that house, sit on that couch. And I said, this feeling right here, I don't ever want it again. So I started opening up magazines. I started cutting out pictures. I started just thinking, Karen, next year, this year, you are not going to be in this position. You are not going to be in this position. My vision board became my action board. My action board is something that gave me movement. Everybody around this season starts doing vision boards where there's an urgency to lose weight or I'm going to be rich next year. But that's not what it's about. I've decided to create action boards because when you have a dream, it becomes your vision. When your vision has a date, it becomes your reality. In life, you don't get what you want, you get what you picture. So I'm asking everybody to take time out and visualize the things you want. Put it in a shoebox, and when you get a chance, you're going to get the tools to build your vision board. The tools are a construction paper or a canvas. That is your foundation. Your foundation has to be solid. It's like building a house. You don't want a cracked foundation. You're going to build a 10-bedroom house on a cracked foundation? That doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's like your relationship. When you see those red flags, leave it alone. You can't build a relationship off of that. Then you have the scissors. The scissors cuts away the negativity. Get those negative people out of your life. Leave them alone. If they're in your phone, delete them. It's your choice. It's your mindset. You understand what I'm saying? Get rid of them. Positive and negative cannot live in the same place. Then you have the glue. The glue for me is God. You put God first, everything starts to fall into place. Once you put your pictures on that board and you glue it together, everything starts to come together. Then you have the dates. Put the dates on there and it gives it that urgency. I have to get this done. Next year, this time, I'm going to have this amount of money. Now, when people do regular vision boards, they're just pulling out pictures and they're saying, oh, I'm going to get a Bugatti, but you live in the hood. You can't have that Bugatti. It's going to get stolen or towed. I'm going to get a big old 10-bedroom house, but I can't even clean my bedroom. You understand? It has to be real. It has to work with each other. And then you build steps. With an action board, what you're going to do is put steps. I'm going to get up tomorrow morning. I'm going to walk 1 block. I'm going to build my dreams. And that's what we want to do. Last year at this time, I said, I'm going to get up and make a difference. And I'm going to have forgiveness in my heart. And when the world is grabbing at you, you have to have gratitude and be thankful in that moment. You have to ask and you will receive. You have to acknowledge and opportunities will come. You have to believe in yourself in order to move forward. You have to share your story because you're 1 door knock away from saving somebody's life. Last year at this time, I said I would be on the TEDx stage. If you go to my Facebook or my Instagram, you will see it popped up yesterday. I am standing on this red circle. Like they said in the beginning, I do have a business called Vision Vegan Soul, but the meaning of the name is what's important. The vision is how you GPS your best life. The vegan is how I eat, but it's also how I live. The things I see, the things I hear, the things I put in my mouth, and the people I surround myself with. That's a vegan lifestyle. Good things in and good things out. And the soul is all this flavor right here talking to you. So my question to you is, you see the vision of me. What's the vision for you?
All right, do we have any thoughts? Please feel free to unmute yourself and share. Any takeaways at all? Christine, you got a takeaway for me?
I like how she was like, it's not about being rich next year or losing like so much weight in just like a month, but it's like doing it, envisioning it, like as if it's like your daily life, and not making it into you can make it into something really big, but right now you have to focus on what you like really need help with. It's just like walking outside. If you stay inside your house for like a long time because of like quarantine, and then walking every day just to get some fresh air from like stress or something, is like that could be a vision right there. So
Yeah,
I really liked about that.
that's great. Janie said, so a vision board is mostly pictures. And I'll say that you can definitely, yes, it's usually a graphical representation of your dreams. So people often use pictures. You can use pictures from your own life, especially for this assignment. I'd love to see that. But a lot of times people grab stuff from inspiration, right? Read someone else's Instagram life, right? Or get something cut out of a magazine. I like lists in my vision boards. I'm more of a list kind of girl. Quotes, poetry, all of that can be thrown onto your vision board. Whatever it is that speaks to you about what you want to have and to accomplish and how you see yourself. Anyone else have any questions about anyone else have any feedback or comments about the video we just watched?
I'd like to say something. So, like, I've already forgot a lot of what she said at the beginning, but when she said like kind of like, I don't remember her exact words, but like perfect, in like model, like she having kids, graduating and stuff, and having a job, and then like I remembered this conversation I had with my mom, and I said, "Mom, next year I'm gonna be a senior, and like this time at this time next year I'll be graduating." And she said, "Yeah, that's true," and but she didn't really at the time she didn't really seem like she cared. And this is like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, "Yeah, isn't that cool? Like I'll be like done with high school and I'll be moving on." And she's like, "Yeah, but that's not what really matters. When it really matters when you find like a good job to support yourself. That's when we'll really celebrate. So maybe we'll buy like food and stuff, but until you get a really good job to support yourself, that's when we're gonna have the whole family come together, buy cake, buy like celebrate really big. But when you graduate high school, that's just stepping stone. You have to wait until you get that job." And I was like, "Oh, okay, Mom." So yeah, that's what made me think about when she said like how when she was younger, when she fell in love and stuff, kind of lost that.
I definitely think that, yeah, I mean, get your education, right? Get your career, get your own money, because you never know when that person that you're with is going to leave you. And luckily he left her with 6 grown kids who were already in college, and didn't leave her with 6 little kids that needed constant care, which happens. Of all the people that I know, and this is only my little segment of who I know and everything, but the people I know out there through my children or through my neighbors who really struggle financially, it tends to be women who were left by really bad men, like men who are in jail, with children. And that's hard. It's hard, right? It's easier when you got someone to help you. So having your own money, having your own education, Angie, you're exactly right. And your mom is right and wrong. I will say this. I think that it's super important to celebrate your successes every step of the way. So you did graduate high school. That is great. Not everyone does it, and your mom should be proud of you. And yeah, have some food, celebrate that success. But she's also right. I saw all these people on Facebook who are like, my graduation's ruined and I've worked so hard for this. I'm like, I'm sorry. It really does suck. I wish that you got to celebrate it better. But high school is not the be all end all. You've got so much more to do in your life. It's just one little part of it, right? And you guys got a lot more stepping stones to get to that great job that you love, right? That career that has meaning. Work can have meaning for you. Is that helpful at all?
Yeah, I agree.
Anyone else have anything that they want to add, or any other thoughts that they possibly had from the video we watched, or just in general about their visions or life or anything? I'm like grandma here. I'm like shucking peas while talking to you guys about life and your visions and what you want for your future. She'd be like in a rocking chair on the porch. Come on, me children. Come tell Granny all about it. And then I'll make you peas for dinner.
Can I say something real quick about the video?
Yes.
I just want to say I really love how I feel like she adds a sense of agency to a vision board. And even though Elizabeth has, assigned this, given you all this assignment, it's kind of something that you have to do. I don't know, just try to really think about it and take it a step further. And there are so many great things that can come out of vision boards, and it can be a way to reflect on yourself and take a moment to think. Like, you might just be kind of like going through the motions and not really know or have thought before about, like, I don't know, what do I really want, or what am I really proud of myself for? And this gives you time to reflect and think about all of the awesome things that you've already done, to think about, what do I want to do in the future? Who am I? It gives you space to express yourself artistically and figure out yourself, because you're gonna shed your skin and transform so many different times throughout your life. And I just love how she shows that it can always be changing, yet your mindset is so important. And no matter what situation you're in, you have the power within to cultivate anything you want. There may be barriers and obstacles, totally. That's real life. But there's always a way around them. And reach out to people. And she said, people used to look up to me. Now I'm down here and I have to reach out. But make those connections, foster those relationships. It's so important. And, people need people, even if it's virtually right now. But I don't know. That's what I have.
That's great. Tabitha, do you want to show us your vision board? You did an electronic one, didn't you? A WordPress one, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Why don't you share your screen and show us what you did? And you guys can look at that as an example. Janie, you might get some ideas from this, because this is actually Tabitha's real vision board.
Yeah, and this is an example of, like, because I have one each year. I do one on like a big poster board, and I really love to make collages. So I usually like take some time, and it's usually, it's not even usually like in January at the time when like she said, when people are supposed to be doing these things, or it gets like a lot of popular attention. But I kind of sit down and I reflect, like, how'd my year go? What am I proud of? What did I do? How did I step out of my comfort zone? I have like my different categories. And I can reflect, what should I do different next year? What do I want to keep accomplishing? What did I fail at? What did I learn from that? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now. I won't take up too much of your time because you guys have a lot to be doing. Let's see here. Can everyone see this? Okay. And this is just one example. There are so many different ways to do a vision board, and that's what's so cool. This is yours. This is your room to make it how you want. You know, you have some parameters for this assignment because it's your it's a high school portfolio, right? So you're kind of putting together your portfolio. So it's got some parameters behind it, but you know, this is time for you to express yourself and show what you're proud of and get a little taste of yourself. Okay, so what I have here, I'll just kind of like run you through. And I love writing. I love reading. I love quotes and different like mantras and affirmations and poetry. So a lot of mine are visuals with different quotes. So I started it off with this picture that says, "May your time in nature lead you to yourself." Anytime I'm feeling kind of lost or I've had a really hard day, a way for me to connect back to myself is to stand outside. If I just like stand outside barefoot and put my feet on the ground or get into nature, it helps me. So this is kind of, I use my vision board sort of like a reminder to myself. If I'm like, when I'm having a hard day or I feel like giving up, I can turn to it and look at it and read these things over and over and remind myself that, you know, I'm awesome and I can do this. And over here on the right hand side, I have a picture of my son that I took at the beach because he's super important to me. So it's like, got your values. What are you proud of? On the left, I have another poem that makes me feel confident in myself and worthy. And when I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, it helps me to still have that confidence, even though I'm nervous or scared about something new that I'm doing. I have another poem about children that I really, really love. And then I have a lot of poems and quotes. And this is similar to what my vision board looks like, the one that I have at my house, about like sisterhood, because relationships and true sisterhood with other women is really important to me. I have quotes about boundaries. Boundaries is something that I struggle with, so I have things here to remind myself that I'm allowed to set them. I love this one. I allow myself to set healthy boundaries, to say no to what does not align with my values, to say yes to what does. Boundaries assist me to remain healthy, honest, and living a life that is true to me. Kind of helps me not get mixed up with other people because I have a tendency sometimes to kind of people please. So you can learn about your strengths and then kind of figure out like, where do I fall short? What do I need to work on? Another quote, show up, be brave, be daring, be full of light, be honest, be open, be human, make mistakes, make love, make friends, make amends, make do, make yourself happy, make a difference, show up. And then I love anatomy and the menstrual cycle. I have another mantra. I am aligned with the energy of wealth and abundance. And then another one for schooling, because I am a current college student. Don't study because you need to. Study because knowledge is power. Study because they can never take it away from you. Study because you want to know more. Study because it enhances you. Study because it grows you. And I want to be a teacher, and I'm incredibly happy to be here with you all. And I love this quote, be the person you needed when you were younger. I love the lunar cycles and the different of the chakra system. And I love anatomy and physiology and kinesiology, which is the study of mechanics of body movement. I love dance. That's another passion of mine, teaching and dance. Yeah, I've got some quotes there. I've got another picture of my kiddo. When your body surrenders to movement, your soul remembers to dance. Ride the energy of your own unique spirit. Got a picture of myself I'm super proud of all the hard work I've put into to be able to do a handstand, so I put that in there. And I like photography too, so I put this picture of a flower that I took. So that's my vision board, and I am new to WordPress, so you might all be able to create something even better. I tried really hard to kind of, you know, do well, but I was struggling. Technology is not my best suit. But yeah, I don't know. I hope that helped kind of just show the different ways that you can do a vision board. And let's see. Yeah, I like to use it to build self-esteem and self-love, to figure out where I failed or fell short, to remember why I'm doing something. If I've set a goal and I've hit tons of obstacles, I can come back to this to remember, okay, this was my goal and I can still achieve that no matter what is put in front of me, no matter what hill I have to climb to get there. And it's a way to express myself. And I can go back year after year too and see how I've grown and changed, and yeah. So that's what I have for you.
That's great. Thank you so much, Tabitha. I do want to show you guys one more resource real fast. You do not need to use it. It's just something that you have the option of. I know a lot of you guys have used Canva before, right? It's canva.com, and I can put this in the chat here. What I do like about it is it gives you a way of maybe graphically putting together, it has templates basically. So you can use the templates already in the WordPress, you can throw your pictures on, you can design it however you want to, you can write code, you can do whatever. If you're having trouble or not liking that though, you can go ahead and do something like Canva and then download your design as a JPEG or a GIF and upload it from your computer to your WordPress site as part of your vision board. And so some ideas could be, they have some nice little templates here, but they have animated social media posts. So if you had a quote or something that you like, you could take one of these templates and change the text and put that text in there. That is meaningful for you. You can use some of the templates shown here for like Instagram stories and use those templates to make something for your vision board. Also down here on your stories, these can be like a really cool thing to use. Like Angie, I know you love lists. You could do like a graphic as a list or something and have that be your customized image. And so you just save these as JPEGs and then load them up onto your WordPress, save them onto your computer, and then upload them to WordPress. So it's just a tool. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. Some people like that software. Do you guys have any questions?
I also have like this vision board for my fashion. It's mostly just in my like I take screenshots, and on Instagram I save into collections. But like I also use what's it called, Pixart to outline the images that because they have this feature where you can like outline like and make things into I forget what they're called, but like you can outline, like for me, like if I want to outline these specific shoes, then I can go into that image, outline the image, and yeah, save it so that I can like have like what I want for my fashion vision board.
That is really cool. I didn't know that. What was it called again? Image? You said what was it called?
The app is on my phone. It's called PixArt.
PixArt. Okay.
Yeah.
That is really cool. PixArt. I haven't heard of that one before. Yes, so Courtney asked, how do I turn in my WordPress? And Xavier answered, go to Canvas. It's one of the assignments. So when you go on Canvas and you'll see vision board, click there, and there'll be a button at the top. It'll be blue. It says turn in, and you click on that, and then it'll have a place to put your URL for your vision board. So make sure your vision board's published. Make sure you can view it and everything when you're signed out, and give me the URL for the vision board, not like your view or whatever. So make sure you get the right link. And if you have trouble, let me know. So what I'm going to have you guys do now is we'll come back at 2:50. So that gives you some time to work. You can turn off your video if you want to. You can mute yourself if you want to. If you need any help at all, put something in the chat or say I need help, and we can go to a breakout room. So it can be just Tabitha and you or me and you, and we can work together in a breakout room. We can share screen. Jamie, no, I'm not going to make you put pictures of yourself on there. Note that you can use this for your senior portfolio. Your senior portfolio, they want 1 to 6 pages of like kind of scrapbooky style or vision board style pictures. So you can put awards if you wanted to. You can put pictures of your family. You can put your chinchilla on there. I know he's important to you. You can put the colleges that you want to go on there. It does not have to include photos of yourself, but I sure would like to see some things that you've done in there. So maybe a picture of your flower garden that you planted or something. I know you just planted it, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, so you guys have some time to work. I will see you back here at 2:50. All right, guys, if you want to start coming back, that'd be awesome. Allie and Karina, are you guys back? Jamie, I know you don't have video. All right. Well, I had a very productive time. My pea bowl is almost entirely full. I only have this many peas left to do. So how about you guys? What did you accomplish?
I turned in some of my work.
Good job, Courtney. I can't wait to go over it. And
I
if you
hope
guys,
it
you what?
I said I hope it works. I've been having some really major technical difficulties over here.
I'll be forgiving. If it doesn't work, I'll let you know. We'll get it fixed. Anyone else want to share anything?
I figured out WordPress like bit by bit. I'm not doing that good, but I'm also not doing that bad.
Okay. Well, we're available to help you. You can also ask your classmates. Remember, this is the people united will never be defeated, right? So we're all in this together. We can lean on each other. If one thing we're struggling with, just like that woman, she was talking about how she had to ask friends for help, even though that felt bad. But she helped her friends out all the time. They were happy to help her with whatever they had. So feel free to ask people, because that they might need to ask you for something later on, and they'll feel like, oh, I can ask them for something. Okay. Show of hands, who feels like the workload of this summer program is a little bit, are you feeling overwhelmed by the workload of this program? Okay. That's good to know. Are the study sessions that we offer, the homework help and everything, is that helping or hindering you guys? Jade, what could you think of anything that could make it a little bit easier for you, or is there a particular reason you're feeling overwhelmed?
I'm someone that runs out of time really quickly. I random things pop up all the time and stuff like that. Yeah.
Are we finding it harder to concentrate because everything is, you're still at home and you're not like at Evergreen all the time, people telling you to work and we're watching you work?
Yeah, it was definitely a lot easier in the first year because it was everyone was coming at you in your head.
Yeah, I'm feeling that too. I'm like, what am I supposed to be doing with myself? I'm feeling like maybe I'm missing something, or I'm not being as productive as I ought to be, or it's easy to get distracted. I mean, last year I couldn't sit here and shell peas while talking to you guys, could I? So that's hard, and I understand what you're saying. I want to know what Quinn is rocking out to. Quinn, what are you rocking out to? You can't even hear us, can you? Xavier, throw something at your brother. Okay. You guys are funny. You crack me up. I hear what you're saying. We'll try and offer more support. I'll let the teachers know that you guys are feeling, or that some of you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And I get where you're coming from. We'll do our best not to overwhelm you and to provide a lot of support for you. On that note, I'm going to share my screen really fast. I want to give you a heads up on what we're doing next week. So remember the syllabus. Has anyone looked at the syllabus at all? Maybe once, twice. It's okay. So here's the syllabus for this class. The vision board is right here if you want to read over the description of the vision board. Next week, we're going to start working on reflections of the past. You're going to select 3 items from your past. They may be school projects, essays, exams. They could also be extracurriculars that you did, like weightlifting or a play or maybe a band concert or something. But think about what you've done. One item must be something you failed or did poorly with. One item must be something you did really well with, and one item needs to be something that you just feel really proud about. Does that make sense to you guys? So go through your work this weekend. You've 3-day weekend. I won't even see you guys till, well, maybe I'll see you Monday, but go through some of your work, some of the stuff that you've done, turned in, whatever. Look for something that you've weren't, so maybe a test or an essay that you got back and that you weren't as good on that essay as you wanted to be. I'd like it, if at all possible, if you had the physical item in hand. So if you had that item and you wrote it on Google Docs and you can go back into your Google Docs and get it, great. You don't have to have it printed, but just have it. If it was something like a play or something, then a photo of you or the program from your performance or anything like that. But just have something that you can physically put onto your WordPress site, some kind of image that you can put on a WordPress site that shows the work that you're talking about. And we'll go over that more on Tuesday. But I want to give you a heads up so you can start thinking about that in the meantime. Does that sound good to everybody? All right. Well, that's it. We will reconvene back here at 5 o'clock. I'm going to put the URL in the chat. I should have stopped recording when I gave you guys that break, shouldn't I? Oh, well, that was silly of me. Okay, so there is our the URL for the evening time. We're going to do homework support at 5 o'clock today. And then at 7:30, you guys will have your very first reading seminars. So you should be excited for that. I think it's going to be really good. Any questions? Anything you guys want to go over?
In the chat, I think I'm going to put a link to a resource for kind of like what seminars are and how you can prepare for them. We're going to give you more time to look over that too, but just so you have it, if you want to look over it today to kind of have an idea of what today's seminar will look like.
I'm excited for you guys to go to seminar. I really hope that you enjoy it. It is different than your regular class because it's actually a good seminar. The person facilitating it does very little talking. They pose some questions. In a good seminar, you guys do all the talking. And so I really hope that you enjoy it and get something out of it. And see reading as something different than what maybe you're getting in your high school classes.
Seminar.
All right. I will see you guys at 5 o'clock. If you need anything, please let me know.
See ya.
Bye, Courtney.